Hey guys, it's Mandy. Welcome back to my channel. Um, if you're one of my returning viewers, you probably know what I'm doing. I'm giving you a painting update on the giveaway baby, who is far from done, but I have made a lot of progress in just a few days' time. I have been working my butt off in this doll, considering that, he's not going to actually be going anywhere until after we hit 5,000 subscribers. But anyway, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you join us. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to know when I put out a new video, just hit that little notification bell and you'll get an email when a new one comes out. If you are one of my returning viewers, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your day. My pug is sitting here making himself a little nest in my bed. That's what that noise is. He's naughty. There he is. Now he's going to go sniff the baby. Anywho, you guys. So, you guys know I'm doing a Reborn giveaway for the 5,000 subscriber mark, and I'm painting the baby. I showed the kit. I think he's like, not the video before this one, but the video before that. And he's the Ethan Asleep by Bountiful Baby, and I'm painting him. I'm reborning him for the giveaway, and I just wanted to give you guys a little painting update. So here are his little feet. Now, he's very shiny right now, but that's because, there's no matting at all. This is all just my air dry paints. I use the waterborne paints. So, but there are his little legs. So far, he's got several color washes. He's got some detailing. He's got veining, and he's got modeling on him. I think my camera is picking it up. My light in here is really bad, so I had to change the resolution. I had to change the balance on my phone for you guys to be able to actually see, because it was washing him out so bad in here. But yeah, his little legs. You can see there's a vein. You can kind of see it. There's his little thighs. And here are his little hands. He has two little closed fists, and yeah, you can see some veins. Still got to do I've done like a really small pattern model, but I want to do a larger pattern model, and I want to do a couple more skin washes, and then I got to do some creasing. I'll probably do some creasing. I did some really light creasing, but got to go in deeper. I may do that before the final skin washes. Got to do nails, got to do hair painting. So, yep, you can see his little veins right there and the little bit of the blue modeling. And then, so guys, before I show you the face, I just want to, there's this other arm. Before I show you the face, I want to tell you that, like some of us have discovered, some of us who paint have discovered with Bountiful Baby Kit, sometimes certain parts of them don't take paint great. There was a part of his face that would not take paint. And so what became as just some red modeling ended up turning into a birthmark. It ended up turning into like a birthmark, or kind of like a large stork's bite, in order to make it work, because I had to add so much. I had to sponge color onto that part that just would not take paint. It was a struggle. But here is his face. Now, I know this level of blue modeling around his nose and his eyes looks kind of alarming, but I'm not done with him yet. He's going to be getting more of red modeling and more of skin tone washes. I'm done with blue. There's going to be no more blue, but he is going to be getting a lot more modeling. So the blue that you see is going to get slowly like layered over, but I just needed to make sure that that blue showed up so that he would have those like under the skin, bits of bluing around his nose and everything. But there is his I'm going to take his head. Now, guys, his head's not attached to anything because he's not done. So I'm going to turn his head. It might be a little alarming. But there is his little, I guess, a birthmark or maybe a rash. It goes across the bottom of the cheek up to the head. This right here, this right here is the area that would not take paint. This would not take paint. And I primed this and everything. I've been using adhesion additive in my paints, and this area right here, I had to just slowly sponge color onto that until I filled it in. It would not take paint. But there's his little ears, and there is the back of his head. You can see some veining. And there's another little ear and his little mouth. So, like I said, that blue looks a little alarming right now, but I'm nowhere near done, so you kind of just have to trust the process. Right now, he kind of looks like Fester Adams a little bit with all that blue. With all that blue around his eyes and his bald head. But I actually really like the birthmark. I like the way it turned out. And you know, lots of babies are born with birthmarks. Lots of people have birthmarks, and lots of babies get the stork bites and get, you know, little rashes and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with him thus far. But this camera, this blue is not as alarming as that in person. Jeez. Let me move him into a little bit different light. Yes, you guys, his head is unattached. Okay, see how much better that looks in like this lighting? Yeah, that blue is not nearly as alarming in that lighting, but you can't always get perfect lighting. So anyway, there he is. So I am going to start painting, you guys, and selling dolls. I'm not going to be doing customs. But I am going to paint dolls, and then I'm going to have them for sale on my channel. I'm not going to sell from a website, and I don't think I'm going to sell on like social media, like Facebook or anything like that, but I think I'm going to sell from my channel so that people that are already familiar with me, and know that, you know, I have pets. So, you know, when you look at a baby from me, you might find some teeny tiny little flecks of little dust, or maybe there's a teeny tiny bit of hair somewhere. Just think of it peach fuzz. It's some extra love from my fur babies, because if you paint in a teeny tiny house where you don't have a dedicated paint place, you are going to get teeny tiny little flecks in your paint. It's just gonna happen. And, you know, even dolls that I've had from really high-end artists, I have found little bits, little tiny dots of lint and whatnot, you know, in the paint. So anyway, the next video I am, I'm either going to do it tomorrow or Sunday. But I am going to show you guys the kits that I bought, the blank kits. Several of them are already spoken for from friends of mine in the community that wanted a baby. But at least one of those babies is going to be, one or two of those babies is going to be ones that I'm going to be having on the channel for sale eventually. Probably not for a while, but anyway, that is it, you guys. Oh, exciting thing. McPherson's was doing a contest, and it's called the Nikki contest, and the Nikki kits are these kits that they have that are in this this different type of vinyl, and they wanted to promote the Nikki kits, and I had bought one and made that into Leticia's baby, which is the Nico by Gudrun Legler, which I gifted to Leticia, and so I submitted pictures of him, and they put pictures of little Nico, my little, his name is Kayland. Leticia named him Kayland over at Leticia's Dolly family, but they put his little pictures up on McPherson's, and that just tickled me pink. It was so exciting. Anyway, you guys, I love you all, so take care. Take care of each other, y'all. Be good to one another. And someday soon, in the next couple weeks, this little man will have his varnish on, and he'll have his eyebrows and painted hair and more skin layers, and it'll be exciting. So, alright guys, I love you. Bye-bye.